And Russia's parliament is expected to quickly seal Vladimir Putin's decision to impose martial law in illegally annexed regions of Ukraine. The decree also gives extra powers to the heads of Russian regions. ABC News' Patrick Reevell is live from our London bureau with more on that and the day's other international headlines. Patrick, what does this new move by Vladimir Putin mean for people in those regions of Ukraine and for the war itself?
Hi, Dan. Yeah, I think we're still trying to work out exactly what this means, but it is clearly significant. Vladimir Putin officially has ordered martial law in the 4 annexed regions of Ukraine. That's Zaporizhia, Kherson, Donetsk and Luhansk. But what he's also done, when we read the decree itself, and which he didn't mention, is that it imposes a series of varied statuses of readiness in the rest of Russia. And when we look closely, what that means is that a number of powers are going to be given to local authorities that look awfully like those under martial law. And so the fear is that Putin, by doing this, may be just imposing martial law under another name on the whole of Russia. Right now, we still don't know what that will mean in practice. It means, as far as we can tell, that there's heightened security around key facilities, that there will be also more control over transport. But it looks like basically Putin putting the country on something closer to a full war footing.
Does this indicate any sort of shift in strategy or mindset by Putin?
I think it absolutely suggests a shift in strategy, something closer to, as I said, a full-scale war footing. I think it also underlines that Vladimir Putin right now intends to continue prosecuting this war and has no interest in trying to negotiate an end to it. I think what we're really seeing as well is that as things have been going badly in Russia, he's being increasingly criticized by some of his most hard-line supporters, saying that he should stop pretending they're fighting a special operation and start admitting that they're fighting a total war, and that would therefore mean they need to start mobilizing the country fully, which they've already started doing with a mass mobilization. But now I think we see here today the question is he actually really also putting the country under martial law in some form?
And Patrick, Iranian athlete Elnaz Rekabi has returned to Tehran after garnering global attention for competing overseas without her hijab. Iran requires female athletes to wear the head covering. What comes next for her now that she's back home?
Yeah, so we saw Elnaz Rekabi return to Tehran today, and she was met by crowds of people cheering and applauding outside the airport. But, you know, she herself has been saying that she did not intend to compete without her hijab on. And I think the question really, and I think many people fear that she has said that under duress, and because, you know, the Iranian government has a long history of forcing and pressuring critics and activists to repent publicly and make statements against their will, often under threat of imprisonment or torture. And so now that she's back in the country, I think there will be concerns about her treatment there, where she will be kept. She'll obviously be kept under extreme surveillance. And so I think at the same time, though, what is significant is the crowd that met her. I think that shows how she's already become an icon of resistance and amid these huge protests in Iran.
And Patrick, we have to talk about what's happening in the UK. British Prime Minister Liz Truss is facing increasing pressure to resign just a few weeks into office. She's facing major fallout from her tax cut plan. So where does this stand right now?
Yeah, I think it is a big day here. I mean, it's a remarkable period in British politics here. People keep throwing words around like unprecedented, and it's unprecedented chaos, because right now Liz Truss is basically clinging to power. She's desperately trying to fight for her survival. We saw a very stormy debate in Parliament just a little while ago, where she gave a very defiant performance. She said that she was a fighter, not a quitter. But what we're seeing is really extraordinary, because, you know, she's only been in office 5 weeks, and I think essentially her authority has imploded because of this tax plan. She's had to entirely drop her entire economic program. And so this reverse is something that has been extremely unpopular. And right now, Tory MPs are basically trying to work out a way how they can remove her. But the problem is they know that if they do try and remove her, it could trigger a general election, and that means they could be at risk of losing.
All right, Patrick Reevell for us from London. Appreciate it, Patrick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.